ike n'eziokwu ụmụ wee kwere na ọ bụ aka aja aja ga-ebutere anyị ọnụ mmanụ ugbu a ndị ji bik na akwụkwọ eri ụnụ ahụrụ na emerụ m ala agaracha must come back home maka na ugbu a ka okwu ha pụtara ihe okwu ha na-asị onye arụ dị ya erikwana n'ihi na njọ Chukwu kere ụwa pụtara ihe sị na ọ bụ site n'ịdọgbu onwe anyị n'ọlụ ka anyị ga-esi wee nweta nri ọnụ uwe sie n'ike ọkwa sị na enweghị ihe anya hụrụ gbaa mmee n'eziokwu anya ụfọdụ na-agbazi mmee taa n'ihi ọnọdụ obodo anyị ọkwara akwa alịrị na-akpata mmiri ịgba n'anya ụmụ ogbenye ka na-egbe akwa ọgaranya hichaa ha anya mmiri mana ọgaranya na-achọzi akwụkwọ na-efu ya taa o ị na-achọ mgba ọba atapụ n'anya ụmụ mmadụ ka ị ga-ama na ịhụna ihe anya ga-ahụbeghị ofe ka amaghị mgbe e kere nke ụkwa ịma mmadụ ole na-anwụ na-erighị ihe ọnụ n'obodo anyị bụ Naịjirịa ụwa siri ike ọgba aghara jụ elu n'ala ihe isi ike elu n'ala a na-achụ ụmụ mmadụ n'ọlụ ka na-achụ anụmanụ nke meziri ụfọdụ ezinụlọ elu aka ala eru aka ụmụ mmadụ wee na-achọzi nri ọnụ by all means n'ihi ihe ụkọ nke pụtakwuru ịma mmazi ndị ori dị n'ọbara taa ịma mmazi ndị anya ukwu na oke ọchịchọ dị n'ọbara onye ọbụla wee na-ebigharịzi aka elu n'ala ihe ọbụla aka ya bichatara orie maọbụ nke ma ọ bụghị nke maka na ejighị anya agụ akpa oke ala onye amụghị oke nke ọkwa ihe aka ya bichatara ịkpagbu n'ọnụ ya isi agbụpụta ịgbụpụtaghị ọnwụ na ọ bụghị nke ọsịghị ọka mma ihe ọ na-achọ n'oke elu ka ya ọ nwụrụ n'oke ala onye elu na-akpọ onye ori onye ala ọ na-akpọ onye ori mana ka m gwa gị eziokwu ụfọdụ dị more dangerous than the criminals through their beak or their pen ụwa siri ike mana Jehova bụ onye inye aka m n'ihi na amaghịzi onye bụ onye
Well, Good morning and you are welcome. It is my pleasure to meet with you once again today. May God really bless you. Greeting from me from Valencia City of Spain. Today being Friday, 4th September 2020. And most especially salutation from me on behalf of Jesus of the universe, Jesus Christ of the creation. You are highly blessed, you are highly welcome. As you can see on the screen, the topic is part 2 of scams, part 2, scams of IGBO presidency. Some of us have realized that the campaign, the advert, the saga for IGBO presidency 2023 in the British company called Nigeria is a total scam. Why some have not realized it? Then the scammers themselves know quite well it is a scam, but have been portraying it as a beneficial factor to the people, and most especially to the Igbos and other Nigerians. The Igbos I mean is Biafra. Falsifying the saga of Igbo presidency, making people to believe that there is a beneficial outcome of it, while indeed it is only for their selfish interest. All of the people, including the Hausas, the Fulanis, the Yorubas, the Biafrans, the Nupes, all of the Nigerian tribes, propagating the 2023 Igbo presidency, they are all self-interested campaigners. As we know from the part 1, as I've said, and as many other people have been broadcasting toward the same issue, we know that it doesn't matter the tribe from where the campaigner is about the 2023 Igbo presidency. What matters is that the person is a self-interested person. And as I said earlier, it is unconstitutional, having been confirmed by many people, including Ojo Zokano, just on 31st of August 2020, 5 days ago. Ojo Zokano also publicly, not publicly, secretly, but without knowing that it will be decoded, secretly confirming it with IBB, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, that the issue of Igbo presidency is unconstitutional and that anybody can contest in the issue of presidency, which is normal. Then how come about the campaign of Igbo presidency? So this is to tell you it is a total scam, as I've been saying. I don't just say for saying sake. I say because it is a reality. All the things I have said in the part 1 of this topic, they are all reality, and all that I'm about to say here are all reality because I say with evidential fact. I say with evidential fact. When I say something, I give you instances with environmental happening, so that it won't just be a hearsay or it won't just end up in theory. Then you see the physical or the practical example from the environment where the incident happening, or from any other part of the earth, or some players in the scene, just like Ojo Zokalo, just like John Nyanwodo, just like the many of them. I begin to give you instances based on their actions and their inaction, their comment, what they say concerning it, and what makes it falsehood, and the ulterior motives behind their actions, behind their projection of Igbo presidency. That is the reason for these videos, because there are people who can never in their lifetime design and discover the fallacies and the ulterior motives behind the projection and campaign for Igbo presidency 23 unless they are told. So this is the reason we keep on propagating, broadcasting, enlightening people, because it is not we alone. Led for me, I know it is a scam, and I don't have to worry myself because I know it is a scam, and nobody can convince me that it is not a scam. But I am not the person, I'm not the only person involved into the issue. If it is beneficial, I will not benefit it alone. Then if it is destructive, I am not the only person that will be affected. Millions upon millions of others, not only the Biafrans, the Oduduwans, the Arwans, the majority are the victim. It is only the few minority that are the beneficiaries of all of these fallacies, propaganda, treachery, of also this colonial treachery. And as we know, it is about countering the agitation for Nigeria's disintegration. So Igbo presidency is just a projection to influence the masses psychologically that there is hope for taking Nigeria back, or for rebuilding Nigeria as they claim, that when an Igbo man becomes the president, everything will be okay. This is a psychological projection. It is not real. It is not about who becomes the president. It is not about what they say, but there is a laid-down system which is a structure, governance structure, warring Nigeria, because Nigerian governance structure is a global colonialism. It is not the Nigerian government that rule Nigeria. The people that rule Nigeria are the globalists, the global colonists from different parts of the world, being led by the Britons. They are the people ruling Nigeria. As I've said earlier, Nigeria is an extension of United Kingdom. Nigeria is being ruled from United Kingdom. The only difference is that rather than all of us coming to seek asylum and begin to serve as slaves, even asylum seekers in Europe live far better than the majority of Nigerians. So that is the only difference. They just keep you in your own country, keeping you in your own country while colonizing you there. Then using our government as their stooges, as their political slaves, slave rulers, to rule over the majority of the indigenous Nigerians. This is exactly what has been happening since the amalgamation of Nigeria, starting from 1914 until now, which is about 106 years. From 1914 to 2014 is 100 years, and now is 2020, which is inclusion of another 6 years. Nigeria amalgamation has lasted for 106 years. I'm just talking starting from the amalgamation, but the colonization itself was already in process before the amalgamation. Then it is from the amalgamation we were put together, named Nigeria. Then independence was falsified to confuse us, to confuse the so-called founding fathers, which are most especially the three personnel of Nnamdi Azikiwe, of Ahmadu Bello, and of Obafemi Awolowo. So they were tricked without them realizing that they were tricked. And in some way they realized it, but because of their selfish interest, of which the selfish interest, some people are still benefiting from it, while some set of people are the total losers. The total losers in the Nigerian amalgamation are the Biafrans. Then the most selfish interested people are the international colonists, followed up by the Fulanis, in whose possession the political power has been from then until now. Then the Yorubas, as led by Obafemi Awolowo, have been in percentage, as we can see today. When the oil blocks, for example, is being shared illegally by the mafians, by the political mafia, you see that the Fulanis have their shares, the Yorubas have their shares. Perhaps one or two other Hausa people have their shares. Then from the middle belt, you have people like Yakubu Gowon, you have T.Y. Danjumas, who are stakeholders in the hijacked oil block, where they make millions of hard currencies, millions of euros, millions of dollars on a daily basis. Why all these things are to the detriment of the Nigerian masses. Not only that they make the money from there, not only that we don't even care about the money, but the worst part of it is now our situations, our life is being devastated in different ways that we cannot even hold ground. Even while we are being pushed by them, we cannot even hold ground, because they push us and want to decide where we will fall, when we will fall, and how we will fall. This is the most difficult experience people can encounter, and this is exactly what our life as of today portrays. So how can we do that? What are we to do? Without people realizing the cause of their problems, they can never actually solve the problem. They will only assume to solve the problem. They will only know that they have problems and they need solution, but they can never actually tell what the problems are, what are the sources of the problems, and what are the key factors that must be countered, the key factors, the challenging key factors, of which Igbo presidency is one. And this Igbo presidency is the essence of this video, of which we have been making numerous videos. I have my own videos, other people have hundreds upon hundreds of videos, while others have videos in thousands. I have been speaking on the issue of this colonization. Even if the videos are to be shared, at least even if it is to be shared one by one, the videos we have been making in this agitation, hundreds of thousands of indigenous Nigerians will have one video. But why is it that the majority are still myopic, still blind, still brainwashed? The same psychological captivity they are into, they remain in it. There is no progress of transformation. Only the minority has been transformed. So this is troubling us. The government do not pay us. They loot from all of us. They embezzle the money. They enjoy the money themselves. Rather, we put our own effort to be bringing this kind of informative broadcast to you, to others, and most especially to the gullible majority, and those who don't care, who don't know. There are people who don't know the importance and the power of right information. So it is necessary that people's attention is being called to be attentive to rightful information. Just as we provide to you, we are not paid for doing what we do. We do what we do out of compassion, because we are compassionate about the situation. Most of us doing it are not the worst. If it is to talk about individual situations, we are not the worst. There are people we are better off, but that should not be a reason we should relax. It is because we are concerned about the situation, about the detriment the majority are suffering, just because of the minority, and the minority don't care. Most of them have sold their soul to the devil. They don't care. There is no spirit of repentance in them. They are into different kinds of satanic occultism, of which whatever they have decided in their occultic kingdom is what they execute in the physical. It doesn't matter whom is hot. It doesn't matter who cries loud. And rather than changing their attitude and listening to the crying masses, they prefer even killing the crying masses, just as they kill IPOB members every now and then, just as they continue killing and massacring, ransacking communities in the middle belt most especially. And they have begun to campaign about Igbo presidency 2023, Igbo presidency 2023. And many people have begun to buy into that idea as if there is anything beneficial that will come out of it, while they are psychologically deceiving the people. That is programming the mind of the people. It is called mind programming the mind of the people to believe, that should be the alternative, that there is no better alternative than Igbo presidency. Why should Igbo presidency be a matter? Now, why haven't Igbo presidency been a matter since 1914, when Nigeria have been amalgamated? Why has not that been an issue? And how can that be possible? As I've said in the first part, that it is unconstitutional. It is finally confirmed by Ojozo Kanu in his discussion with Ibrahim Bodamosi Babangida, IBB, former military head of state of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. The two of them had discussion on 31st August this very year, just 5 days ago, and Judge Okaro confirmed actually that it is unconstitutional and that anybody is free to contest. So if anybody is free to contest, how come about the Igbo presidency? So it is just to tell you that what we are here saying online to you is not just for saying sake. They are for purposes, and they are to serve you beneficially, serving you more than all of the Nigerian politicians put together, serving you more than whatever all the lies they will tell you, because it is colonial information they give to you, including the school you go. You go to university, you go to primary school, you go to secondary school in Nigeria, you pay your hard-earned money to them with your stresses, and you are being fed with colonial information. And that is the reason the majority become more stupid after graduating from school, rather than when they were not actually educated. So we never knew all this, but as a result of illuminative information, we begin to realize it. So it is all about it. Information, education have to change. And this is the reason we are doing what we are doing. It is a laying of foundation for the proper educations you need in your life as an African, as a Biafran, as an Oduduwan, and as another one. As this example, including all humanity, we are not selfish. The information is free for all humanity, not only for Biafrans, not only for Arwans, not only for Oduduwans, not only for Africans, but for all humanity, regardless of races and ethnicity. May God bless you as you keep on listening. From me, your humble servant, Evangelist Collins Inyima, and the time here is the time here right now from Valencia City is 2:24. 24 minutes after 2 o'clock. 24 minutes after 2 p.m. Good afternoon once again from Valencia City. Good evening, good night, and good morning, depending on where you are residing, where you are located right now, and when you will be coming across this video to listen and to watch. May God bless you. May God bless you in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Ancient of days, I will not forget to give you thanks once again for having kept us alive until today and until this hour. There are people who even began today, but to this hour they are no more. Ancient of days, we bless you. I give you thanks for my life, for my health, and for the life of all who are alive today. May you really be blessed, O God Almighty. Father, we pray, O God Almighty, that you forgive us our sins, O God. Let your mercy, let your love stand before you, O God, to speak on our behalf. And may you bless us with spirit of repentance, that will continue to repent from all of our shortcomings, To your name be the glory. Be exalted, mighty Jehovah, for answered prayer. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen. You are highly welcome, those of you that are available right now. So may God bless you for being present, and those that will be joining later, and those who will also be listening to this very video anytime and from anywhere. May God bless you all. So remember, the topic there is scams of IGBO presidency, and this is part 2 of scams of IGBO presidency. Okay, I've got on the page. Scams of IGBO presidency, part 2. Then I have 13 segments, 13 subheadings on this program, which I will just run through, and the program is around 30 minutes now. So at most, in the next 2 hours, it will be concluded. Then be preparing as I'm about to start. If you will have any conversation with me, if you will have contrary view to what I will be saying from here, or if you will be in support, but would love to contribute, or if you will have questions you would like to ask me about what I am saying here. So be preparing. At the end of the program, I will let you know. If you have any question, if you have anything you say, have your writing articles near you so that you won't forget. At the right time, then you can call in while I provide my number to you. I have my phone contact offhand. When the time reaches, I will just mention them. You dial them and call me if you are interested. May God bless you. Part 2, Scams of IGBO Presidency 2023. First, Allen Onyema, Executive Director, APs. Allen Onyema, Executive Director, APs. The airline known as APs and owned by Mr. Allen Onyema. Allen Onyema, the Executive Director, APs, claiming that Buhari is favorable to Igbos. Allen Onyema claiming that Buhari is favorable to Igbos. This is one of the pranks in the campaign for IGBO presidency. It is a further step to laying the ground in the heart of people to begin to consider that actually something good can come out of IGBO presidency. Allen Onyema does not talk about the Buhari sponsorship of terrorism in Biafra land, killing of innocent Biafran. Formerly, they say it is because of IPOB's agitation. Now, they kill IPOB members, yet they kill other Biafrans who are not IPOB members. And Allen Onyema is not ashamed of himself. He is not ashamed of his inferiority complex. He is not ashamed of his self-subjugation to the Fulanis and to murderers supposedly, because we know that actually the real Muhammadu Buhari is dead. Allen Onyema is not ashamed to portray to the Nigerian public that an impostor is the real Muhammadu Buhari, because he is laying the foundation for Igbo presidency, because his businesses are at stake in the Nigerian political system. These are the people, those people you call millionaires and billionaires. They are the greatest traitors we have among the Igbos. Because if he does not do so, before Allen Onyema made such a statement, he has been invited. This is a discussed issue. It is an agreement between Allen Onyema and the Nigerian political and business mafias on what he should tell the public, and most especially the Biafrans, who will foolishly and blindly buy into that idea that supposedly President Buhari is favorable to the Igbos. And he is saying all of these things for protection of his businesses, properties, his life, because their businesses, their riches, their properties have become factors to holding the Igbos, I mean the Biafrans, to holding all of us down. Because Allen Onyema is actually under threat. If he does not say what his slave master, his political and business slave master ask him to say, they will not only threaten him, they will prosecute him, they will forge one or two allegations against him, prosecuting him, they will confiscate his wealth. Just the same thing they did to Orji Zokano and imprisoned him. Now we see that Orji Zokano has been out of prison and has also started once again to sing praises of the murderous, supposedly President Buhari and the murderous Fulanis. He has once again started singing their praises. This is also an agreement they had inside the prison while he was there. So the Orji Zokano's imprisonment was a threat to him, a threat to his life, a threat to his wealth. It is in the prison they make this agreement that if he should not support them, he will lose it all, including losing his life. For him, he prefers selling the entire Biafrans to the Fulanis, selling the entire Biafrans to the Caliphate, to the Northern Caliphate, selling the entire Biafrans to the impostors they treacherously present to the Nigerian masses as the real President Muhammadu Buhari, who is already late, buried in Saudi Arabia. So these are secret agreements behind the campaign of Igbo presidency. So the next person now is Allen Onyema. Allen Onyema, rather than picking him up, giving him allegation hastily and jailing him, they have called him, they have consulted him, asking him his choice of treatment, whether he will support them, campaigning to win the heart of the Biafrans to support Igbo presidency, or for him to lose it all, losing his business, losing all of his assets, including his money and his own life, if care is not taken. Likewise, like Orji Zokano, Allen Onyema prefer selling the entire Biafrans to the sword of the Fulanis rather than him losing it. They are afraid of losing it, and these are the people who have made them what they are. There is other secret covenant between these people that they can never tell you publicly, and I don't want to continue. I don't want to lay my claim on assumption. I lay my claim on fact. So that is the limit I can go on this. And from here also, I discern that Allen Onyema projected the psychological influence by saying that Buhari is favorable to the Igbos. As soon as he said this, 1 week later, they began to celebrate the reopening of Enugu Airport. So that those who might wonder in which way is Buhari, the supposedly Buhari, in which way the impostor, the Aisha's boyfriend, is good to the Igbos, in which way has been the real Muhammadu Buhari, the late one, has been good to the Igbos, then why some people will be contemplating on this factor. They celebrated the reopening of Enugu Airport. I'll still talk on the issue of reopening of Enugu Airport. But I am hereby telling you that this is a psychological projection, mind control, projecting the advert and the praise of Buhari, while in the process of the millions of the Igbos contemplating in which way they celebrated the reopening of Enugu Airport, trying to project it as the physical evidence of their claim, of their worship, of their praise to their supposedly late President Muhammadu Buhari. This is the role Allen Onyema played, and everything is being circled around the advert for Igbo presidency. Then they know Igbo presidency 2023 is impossible, but it is just a means to hold the people down, while they buying time, they program themselves until finally they will do the actual things they want to do, taking the actual action they have prepared in their mouth, they have plotted to take. This is to keep the people down from reacting against them, giving people the false hope. And then Allen Onyema is one of the key players in the issue of Igbo presidency. He never mentioned anything Igbo presidency, but all the project is about Igbo, Buhari being good to Igbo. Then while he has played his own role, other people came and celebrate reopening of Enugu Airport to make you believe that they have evidence of what they are saying. They did not tell us that Buhari is favorable to Igbo by sponsoring Fulani terrorists who killed the Igbos. Allen Onyema did not tell us that President Muhammadu Buhari is good to Igbo by sending Fulani herdsmen and other Fulanis who rape and kill Igbo ladies. These are just two among many factors. I'll still be touching. Then the second one, silence of all Igbo politicians and the blindly selfish Igbo traditional rulers and Igbo elders over killing and injuring of IPOB members in Emene, Enugu, which happened on Sunday, 23rd August this year, 2020. Allen Onyema and his cohorts, his Igbo political traitors, his Igbo business traitors, all of his Biafran business traitors, trying to tell us that Buhari is favorable to the Igbos. They did not tell us anything about the killing of the innocent IPOB members, injuring of innocent IPOB members. I'm not talking about the ones that have been happening all over the past years, but I'm just talking about the one who recently happened on Sunday the 23rd of August 2020. This is a complete distraction, mind control mind programming the mind of the Igbo masses and the rest of the supposedly Nigerian masses to believe that there is anything good coming from Buhari's government to the Igbos, while all of these things they have been celebrating is not worth up to a single life that has been taken from Biafra land. All of these things put together do not worth up to a single life that has been taken from the same murderous Buhari's government from Biafra land, from Igbo land, as they choose to call it. Because when they say Igbo presidency 2023, they are talking about Biafra presidency 2023. The Igbo president may come from Urobo. The Igbo president may come from any part of the Biafra land. But all they are talking about is Igbo presidency. But while they are talking with the inclusion of all Biafrans. But all these things are tricks they are playing so that people will not understand them until they arrange themselves to do exactly the evil they have intended, they have plotted to do, and not what they say. The silence of all Igbo politicians and the blindly selfish Igbo traditional rulers and the elders over killing and injuring of IPOB members in Emene, Enugu on Sunday, 23rd August 2020. They have been keeping silent until today. It is over 1 week now, getting to another 2 weeks. They have not condemned the DSS or the police, the DSS, who have just killed numerous IPOB members, injuring many, destroying people's properties. Allen Onyema has not said anything, has not condemned it. All of the Igbo blind traditional rulers put together have not condemned it. All of the Igbo politicians put together, apart from Mazenyi Abaribe, none of them have condemned it. None of the Igbo governors have condemned this issue. It is because they have 2023, treacherously 2023 Igbo presidency at heart. And it is preferable to them. And that is the favor they mean that Buhari and his government have been providing to the Igbos. The favor is Igbo presidency 2023. Because of those who may not understand how good Buhari have been to the Igbos. Buhari is good to the Igbos by accepting the idea of Igbo presidency 2023, which I am certain that it is a falsehood, a total fallacy, destructive and not beneficial, neither to them nor to any other person. But it is because they are myopic, they are bereft of ideas, they are very, very cowardly. That is the reason they have to succumb stood so low to the caliphate, stood so low to Fulani herdsmen. Fulani herdsmen destroying the people's farmland in Biafra land are more empowered. They are more powerful than all of Igbo politicians put together, than all of Igbo traditional rulers, the blind one, not the real ones. Not the real ones, there are real ones among them. All of the blind and wicked Igbo traditional rulers put together, they are more powerless. That is, they are more powerless than Fulani herdsmen. Fulani herdsmen are superior to your community rulers. Fulani herdsmen destroying your farmland, raping people, taking your daughters without legitimate marriage, taking them impregnating them every now and then in every corner, defiling Biafra land in any way. That is making abuse of you, making all of you as if you want nothing. The Fulani herdsmen are more powerful than your traditional rulers, more powerful than your governors, more powerful than your local government chairmen or chairladies, more powerful than all of the Igbo politicians and the Biafran politicians put together, apart from the likes of Enyine Abaribe and the likes of Governor Nyesom Wike. Then how can we buy the idea that the supposedly Buhari is good to the Igbos, is favorable to the Igbos because of Igbo presidency coming up 2023 as they project, which is a total fallacy and lies. They have been keeping silence all the while over the atrocities being committed against Biafra in Biafra land. I'm not talking about the ones they have been committing against us in the northern Nigeria. This one now bringing humiliation, intimidation, beating up. And the worst part of it is that the majority of Biafran do not see anything wrong with it. Majority of the Biafran have sold their dignity, sold their pride, sold their share, sold themselves very cheaply, inferiority complex, destroying the personalities, dignity, prestige of the Biafran people. Master Bright Edwin, you are highly welcome. May God bless you. And the rest of you that are present right now, may God bless you. You are all highly welcome. And all of these so-called Igbo leaders, the so-called leaders of thought, the so-called the Igbo elite, they keep silence over the killing of the Biafrans in Biafra land because they are afraid of losing the crumbs they get from the Nigerian political mafias, the crumbs they get from the caliphate, the crumbs they get from the Janjaweed, Mietiala, and the rest of them. This is one of their fear, that if they speak against it, so they prefer offering the lives of the Igbos only to get some little change, from the from the Fulani Janjaweed politicians, from the Fulani Janjaweed caliphate, from what is it called, Sultan of Sokoto, and the rest of them. The third one, Igbo politicians and all other wicked Igbo rulers and all other wicked Igbo elders will concentrate on campaign for Igbo presidency, but will never campaign against Fulani killing of the Igbos and other indigenous Nigerians. These are the scams. I'm just giving you the scams behind the campaign, behind the advert, behind the saga of Igbo presidency. All of the Igbo politicians, with the exception of Enyine Abaribe, all of the wicked Igbo traditional rulers, all of the wicked Igbo elders will concentrate on campaign for Igbo presidency 2023, but will never campaign against Fulani's killing of the Igbos and other indigenous Nigerians. The fourth one, Igbo wicked politicians, Igbo wicked traditional rulers, and Igbo wicked elders will be seeking their own interests in the Nigerian politics, seeking their own selfish interests, their selfish ambitions, their political connections, their business connections, the crumb they have been receiving. They prefer sustaining it rather than condemning the evil, the atrocities, all of the ferocious acts being exhibited by the Fulanis against the Biafrans, the so-called wicked Igbo politicians, the so-called wicked Igbo traditional rulers, the so-called wicked Igbo elders, and the so-called elites and people and the leaders of thought, they will prefer, they will be seeking their own selfish interest. They will abandon the campaign to stop the killing of indigenous Biafrans, the killing of other Nigerians. These are the scams. Because of their selfish interest, they will not condemn the evil act, the killing going on in Biafra land. Igbo Presidency 2023. The fifth one, remembering Nyanwodo's statement that whoever wishes to kill Fulanis in Igbo land should kill him first, as a psychological engineering for Igbo Presidency 2023. Now I go back to the statement, the self-acclaimed chief and president of Ohaneze Ndiarala, John Nyanwodo. The statement he formally made, I believe that statement was last year, not even early this year, that whosoever should kill the Fulanis, or whosoever that should intend to kill the Fulanis in Igbo land should kill him first before the person will kill the Fulanis. These are psychological projections, psychological engineering. That he made that statement to tell the Fulanis that he stands with them and for them in all circumstances. Even if it warrants establishing Fulanis in Igbo land and killing the rest of Igbo people, he will ever stand for them. That is what Mazin Nyanwodo was saying, but many people could not understand it. That was a coded statement, but I am hereby decoding the statement that it is better anybody who should intend to kill any Fulani person in Igbo land will kill him, John Nyanwodo, first before killing the Fulanis. And he was there telling the Igbos they are of less value to him than the Fulanis. Than the Fulanis are of more importance to the Igbos. This is what Mazi Nyanwodo was saying, of which many people could not understand and cannot understand if it is not well explained, and that is one of the reasons. All these things were just a program preparing the mind of the people, making the Fulanis to trust him the more, that he will ever deliver, he will ever deliver. And all these things are the factors surrounding the campaign for Igbo Presidency 2023. The sixth one is Igbo politicians, most of Igbo monarchs, and the wicked Igbo elders will prefer killing of all other Igbos than forfeiting Nigerian politics. This is another scamming factor around the campaign, around the ideology of Igbo Presidency 2023. I read once more, the sixth one. Igbo politicians, most of Igbo monarchs, and the Igbo wicked elders will prefer killing of all other Igbos than forfeiting Nigerian politics. They will prefer creating ways for the Fulani jihadists to continue killing the Igbos, even if it warrants killing all other Igbos, so far they continue in Nigerian politics and keep on making their selfish gain from the Nigerian politics. They are satisfied. This is one of the scamming factors surrounding Igbo Presidency 2023. Many people cannot decode until they are told, and that is the reason I am here to tell them. The seventh one, Igbo politicians, all wicked Igbo monarchs, and all wicked Igbo elders are afraid of losing their political tyranny to the Igbo masses, and they want to hold it intact in the guise of Igbo presidency. The Igbo politicians, they are rulership mongering. All of the wicked Igbo monarchs are rulership mongering. All of the wicked Igbo elders led by John Nyamudo, they are rulership mongering. They are desperate to always be the leaders. So this is, they want on in the guise of holding their leadership influence or their leadership contacts and connection intact. They begin to psych people with the ideology of Igbo Presidency 2023 because they are afraid of losing their rulership powers. For example, if Biafra is actually restored this year, 2020, or the next year, 2021, they are afraid of becoming followers in any level because they want to always remain on the top, and they have laid a systematic foundation that it should be hereditary between them and their descendants. So they are afraid of losing all these things. They are afraid of losing all these things, but they are not afraid of the people's life, people's future that are at risk as a result of their nonsensical rulership. So for them to hold that rulership intact, they prefer propagating Igbo Presidency 2023 than permitting Biafra sovereignty to be restored. These are the scams. And these people are afraid because they have no guarantee of being the wicked leaders they have chosen to be in Biafra nation if Biafra is actually restored. So as a reason, they bring the campaign, the propagation of Igbo Presidency 2023 as a counter-motion to Biafra restoration. It is because of the power, the rulership power they are desperate of. They want to kill everybody to protect. They want to kill all the Igbos to protect. This is one of the scamming factors in the campaign, in the propagation of Igbo Presidency 2023, of which the majority of us cannot realize until we are told. That is the reason I am here to tell all of us. The seventh, okay, I wrote the seventh one 2 times. Okay, it's supposed to be the 8th one. Mood keeping of Igbo politicians, mood keeping of Igbo traditional rulers, while Mazen Nnamdi Kanu led Biafra agitators take the responsibility of protecting Biafrans from Fulani terrorism in Biafra land. Igbo presidency ideology is the reason the Igbo politicians can never talk. They may talk, but they can never actually establish security outfit to protect Biafra land. They can never support BSS, which is Biafra Security Service, under the command of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They can never support it because of the ideology of Igbo Presidency 2023. Because if they do, later on I will play a video, just a very short video of just few minutes from the previous video I played last time. Then if they do, just as the National Secretary of Mieti Allah was claiming, was propagating that the Yorubas will not be allowed to be the president, to be the Nigerian president in 2023. This is the same thing that they will be told, either by the same National Secretary of Mieti Allah or by any other person the Fulanis would choose to come and say it. So they are afraid of hearing such a statement. That is the reason all of the Igbo politicians put together, all of the wicked Igbo traditional rulers put together, all of the wicked Igbo elders led by John Nyanwodo put together, do not talk about supporting BSS. They do not talk about relating with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to ask him on how all of them together should establish a security outfit, a Biafra land security outfit to protect Biafra land. It is because of Igbo Presidency 2023. Because if they do, they have broken their pledge, they have broken their oath, they have broken their allegiance, which they have vowed to the Fulani Caliphate, which they have vowed to IGBO, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, which they have vowed to the Yoruba political oligarchs, and not to the Oduduwa freedom agitators. If they do, they will lose all of their benefits from Nigerian politics. Their own properties also are at risk. If they do, they prefer protecting their properties and offering up all of the life of the entire Biafra and Biafra land, only to protect their own little fraction of properties and so-called investments. The ninth one. Failing of Igbo presidency stakeholders to outrightly challenge Nigerian government for humiliating and destroying IPOB members, but pleading with IPOB to comply to Nigeria's decision. You see, it is because of Igbo presidency, because of the falsified Igbo presidency, because of the ideological Igbo presidency, that the stakeholders in Igbo presidency, all of the stakeholders in Igbo presidency, they don't condemn Nigerian government, Nigerian terrorist government for killing IPOB members. Rather, they plead with IPOB to comply to Nigeria's decision. If Nigeria's decision is that IPOB will be dissolved, they are begging IPOB to comply to Nigeria's decision. Why they should be condemning the killing of IPOB members by the Nigerian terrorist government. The tricks behind all this is the ideological Igbo presidency 2023. Because anything they say contrary to the Nigeria government's decision, to the Nigerian Government Ferocious Act will cost them the loss of the promise, the loss of the fake promise, of which we have actually known that it is a fake promise and the promise is not real. It doesn't happen anywhere, has been confirmed by Ojo Zokalo. The 10th one, stakeholders of Igbo presidency always singing praises of Nigerian political tyrants. They always sing praises of Nigerian political tyrants. Ojo Zokalo also, last year, sang, 2018, sang the praises of late Muhammadu Buhari, singing on how he has been good to the Igbos. And in one of his videos, he also claimed that late Muhammadu Buhari had built second Niger bridge. He said us when he came to Europe. He campaigned as such. Then, in one of his campaigns, he was singing praises of the late Muhammadu Buhari, trying to confuse people on how good the late Muhammadu Buhari had been to the Igbos. I mean, Ojo Zokalo. These are the stakeholders of Igbo Presidency 2023. Just like Allen Onyema also had begun to sing the praises of the same late Muhammadu Buhari, which is being impersonated by other political fraudsters like them. Ojo Zokalo told people that Buhari was so good to the Igbos, or is so good to the Igbos during his campaign in Nigeria, but he traveled to Spain to tell us that we should help Muhammadu Buhari to completely destroy what he had begun to destroy. Speaking from the both sides of their mouths. Political liars, risking lives and future of the people in the name of playing their self-interested politics. The 10th one, the 11th one, political games behind closure and reopening of Enugu Airport. The political games. Igbo presidency is one of the political games behind the closure and reopening of Enugu Airport. You see, the Igbo politicians went to celebrate an uncompleted building of Enugu Airport. Then they failed to mourn the closure of the same Enugu Airport. Has it been that the Enugu Airport and all other airports in Biafra land have been functional all this while, and all of the Biafrans traveling from around the world travel from Biafra land, and while going back, they go back directly to Biafra land. If they want to lodge in hotels, they lodge in Biafra land. If they want to rent any home, they rent it in Biafra land, and creating job opportunities and business opportunities to other thousands of Biafrans, or even hundreds of thousands of Biafrans. How much do you think we will have been making all this while before the reopening of the Enugu Airport? The money which we will have generated in Biafra land as a result of continual function of Enugu Airport and the function of all other airports, a function of the seaports that have been closed for a long time. How much money do you think we have been generating? So one of the reasons the Enugu airport specifically was closed, because this is the key factor on this closure and reopening. One of the secrets is that they want to use it to campaign for IGBO presidency 2023. And that is exactly what they have just begun by celebrating the reopening of the same closed Enugu International Airport, which is up till today uncompleted. The construction of the same airport they celebrated remains uncompleted until as I speak. So one of the key reasons for closing the Enugu International Airport in the beginning is to use it to campaign for IGBO presidency 2023. Just the way they just deliberately decide not to build the Niger Second Bridge they have been campaigning for. Because if any of the politicians build it, the next person will not use the same Niger Bridge to campaign. And if they build it, another person, then they will have one other project to construct in Igbo land. And because they don't want to, they deliberately don't want to develop Igbo land, that is the reason they don't want to construct the so-called second Niger Bridge, so that they will always use it as a reason to campaign after every 4 years. When one person will leave the office, another person will enter. They keep on giving the people hope that the previous president failed to do it, then the current one will do it, or the serving president have not accomplished the promise of second Niger Bridge construction, that they should vote the new the supposedly presidential candidate who will be banked upon to go into the presidential office, then to build the second Niger Bridge. They use it for campaign year after year, regime after regime. This is what they have been doing. And this is exactly the same game regarding Enugu International Airport. They closed it because they want to use it to campaign for Igbo presidency 2023. So that they will be telling you, haven't you seen that Buhari, haven't you seen that Nigerian government, haven't you seen that the Fulani Caliphate now support the function of Enugu International Airport. This is the campaign. It is mind programming. It is mind programming. Formally, we do not have this asset to pass this information to people, for people to be informed, to be fortified with information. Formally, these things have been good. This kind of issues have been going on. It has been going on, and this is the system that have been using to trample upon us. We have been down for centuries. We have been down for decades since the falsified independence of Nigeria, starting from 1960. We have been down, but even before that, we have been down for centuries. We have been always going backward and never forward. The forward we are having now, the forward we are going now, is this informative video we make, these broadcasts we make, to keep people informed, to continue illuminating people, so that people's intellectuality will be shined up, will be brightened up. People will begin to reason far beyond the level of their former reasoning. It is to give reason to the people, and it is a shame that hundreds or tens of women who suffer most, whose children are unemployed, whose graduate children are unemployed, whose benefits are being seized, seeing their children suffering in their uniform they went to celebrate, not uncompleted constructing uncompleted Enugu Airport. Enugu Airport, of which construction is yet uncompleted. They went to celebrate it. At most, each of them will be given 5,000 naira. They go there to celebrate, celebrating their shame, celebrating their inferiority complex, celebrating their low mentality, celebrating their brainwashed by ordinary Fulani herdsmen, Fulani Janjaweed. Later they will be claiming that Igbos are very intelligent. Where is that intelligence? Why the Fulanis continue to play on your intelligence day after day? You are the most treacherous set of politicians on earth. Continue to play on your intelligence, and you claim to be intelligent. So this is one of the tricks, one of the scams of Igbo presidency. They deliberately closed the Enugu airport, and the money we have been losing as Biafran, if the airport had been functional, if other assets around that area have been functional, if the seaports in Biafra land have been functional, the money we have been losing just between 1 year ago when the Enugu International Airport was closed down and when it was reopened, the money we have lost is worth more than building new airport. This is what they will not tell you. This is the truth they will never tell you. They keep on deceiving you. Why you continue celebrating your political slavery? You call yourself a woman, they give you 5,000, you come to dance. You come to dance. That dancing and trying to give the notion that any good thing have happened to the Igbos by reopening of one nonsensical airport. Then if comparing Enugu airport to other airports in Nigeria, what do you think, or what do you see? Do you see any different? Well, I will not blame you. I will not blame you other much, because the majority of the people who came to that to celebrate, I believe, have not been to airport to see how airport look like. Irrespective of that Nigeria airport is the worst airport on earth. Nigeria airports are the worst set of airports on earth. Nigeria airport is no different from Nigeria environment. The 12th one, other similarity of political games on infrastructural development in Igbo land and other parts of Nigeria. Then other political games, the similarity of the same game regarding the opening, closure and reopening of Enugu Airport. Then why is it that the Igbo politicians do not mourn about the long ago closed seaports in Igbo land? Why is it that they don't mourn seeing the situation of Aba, seeing the situation of some other environment, devastated environments in Igbo land? I am here declaring to you that all of the Igbo politicians, all of the wicked Igbo traditional rulers, all of the wicked Igbo elders led by John Nyamodo, all of them are aware that Nigerian government deliberately decide to devastate Igbo land, and that is the reason there is no reparation, there is no maintenance, and there is no progressive development in Aba, in any of the cities in Igbo land, in other cities, in all over Biafra. All of them know that it is a deliberate intent, it is a deliberate action, but they can never tell you this truth. Even though Olusegun Obasanjo has confessed that they deliberately planned it like that to frustrate the Igbos out from their homeland, to frustrate all of the Biafrans out from their homeland, so that they will completely take over the land, killing the remnant while possessing the land for themselves forever. As you can see, The Igbo politicians do not complain about the possession of oil blocks that are in the Igbo land by the Fulani Janjaweed, by the Yoruba political oligarchs. All of the stolen oil blocks, all of the stolen oil well in Biafra land are being stolen by the Fulanis, by the Yorubas, and they give some fraction to T.Y. Danjuma and to Yakubu Gowon from Middle Belt, so that them like the Igbo politicians, them like the foolish and blind, wicked and useless Igbo elders will also offer the lives of their own Middle Belt people to the Fulani guns, to the Fulani sword, to the Fulani jihadists. All of the Igbo, the stakeholders in Igbo Presidency 2023 will not tell you about what I am here telling you, that they are responsible to collect back all of the stolen oil block being stolen. Only Sultan of Sokoto have stolen 23 oil wells from Biafra land. Then there are people like him. There are people who have more than him. There are people who have less than him. And none of these people are is from Biafra land. All of them from Fulani, all of them from Yoruba, all of them from different, even the Middle Belt people have their own portion. But none of the Igbos, including the Igbo politicians, including all of the Biafran politicians, even Amanyanabong, the Amanyanabong of Kalabari do not have any stolen oil well. All of the Obis, all of the Igwes, all of the Ezes, none of them have any stolen oil well. But emirs in the north have. Sultan of Sokoto has 23. They don't talk about this. And it is their responsibility to collect those things back and give back to us with the indigenous Biafrans. They are not talking anything about it. All they can tell you is that Buhari is good to the Igbos. Haven't you seen he closed Enugu airport for 1 year and we lost money which should be over to build a new airport somewhere else, then reopen it and without completing the construction. That is how Buhari is good to us. Buhari is good to us by killing IPOB members, killing other innocent Biafrans. Formerly they tell us it is because of Biafra agitation. What of those who do not agitate for Biafra yet being killed, being raped, being maimed, people's wives being taken by force? Fulanis enter into Igbo land, arresting men, adopting their wives, taking them away to useless them for a number of days, then sending them back, and people begin to clap. Shame. 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 And we have politicians there. Some people will begin to defend all these nonsensical politicians. They will try to lay the blame on me for telling them that these politicians are not doing us any good. Rather, they are the people, the most dangerous people we have in our midst. They are the people devastating our life, devastating our futures, devastating the futures and the lives of our succeeding generations, only to come back and tell us, cool down, relax, Igbo Presidency 2023. Confused set of people. Exposing their hypocrisy by telling us Igbo Presidency 2023. With all of their education, they never know that nothing like that exists. And if they claim they know, meaning they actually want to deceive the people and having nothing good to offer, only to go and collect some chicken change to clap for Nigeria terrorist government, Fulani-led Nigeria terrorist government, for being good in the sense of closing our airports, closing our seaports, deliberately rendering Igbo land underdeveloped. As I speak, I have said it earlier in one of my previous videos, now I want to repeat it, that even your own state governor has no power to develop your own state. This is what I am saying it with assurance. If you doubt me, go and ask your governor. If you doubt me, go and meet them. Tell them this is what I say. The reason Igbo land have not been developed is because your state governors do not have the power to develop the Igbo land. And my own state governor, the other state governors are the worst. All of the governors that have been ruling Abia State are the worst set of governors you can meet or can see anywhere on this planet Earth. Fulani herdsmen in your farmland are more empowered by Nigerian government than your governors residing over your affairs. And you are hoping that your governors will bring anything good to you. You are deceiving yourself. You are the most, there is no kind of Mugu that should be compared to you. Nothing good will come out of Igbo politicians to the Igbos. The only thing, the highest good that can come out there is the deception of Igbo presidency 2023. The 13th one, it will then be 14. The 13th one, Igbo presidency, the major reason Igbo politicians, wicked Igbo traditional rulers, and wicked Igbo elders will never promote Biafra territorial indigenous security outfits. They can never promote it. Okay, I have said something like this earlier. Okay, now I would like to play a video, as I've said earlier, referring to how Mieti Allah National Secretary, which I've said, how Mieti Allah National Secretary said that the Yorubas will not be allowed, as if he personally or Mieti Allah have the responsibility of deciding who will be the president. Mieti Allah alone have supremacy, that they have the veto to decide who will be the Nigerian president and who will not be the Nigerian president. That is how he was just talking. And this is one of the fear of the Igbo politicians, all of the wicked Igbo elders, all of the wicked Igbo elders, all of the wicked Igbo traditional rulers. This is their fear, so that they will not be told that no Igbo will be allowed to be the president come 2023. And this is the reason they have begun to campaign it, so that people will buy into the idea, succumbing into the idea. They just keep us waiting until the Fulanis completely overtake us in every aspect, because then themselves, they have already sold their souls and spirit to the Fulanis. That is what we should not.
As guarantee right to life. But that's no. You said? Is it ground now? Yeah, it is the ground now. I'm saying the sociology of it.
I'm playing this video
is that
from the last 6 minutes. It is a 27 minutes video. Now it is in the last 6 minutes.
Some of these issues that my friend has made, look, there is no apology. I have no apology. I support Amotekun, the emergence and the continuation and the sustenance with the weight of the people of the Southwest. Do you know how much each
spend money on police.
Yes, I'm telling you, all those money being spent, they are illegal. Can the Attorney General declare those money being spent on police as illegal?
How are they legal?
Because there is no law that empowers the Constitution does not empower any state government to spend on the police. The police is a national institution. It is the national budget. The federal government should make every provision for the police. But if you see extra budgetary allocations to the police by state government, go and ask them. They buy vehicles, they buy communication gadgets, they even buy uniforms. Each state now tries to provide for a federal police. So Amotekun is another demonstration of the failure of the national police system. And the police system itself, they also know that they don't have the wherewithal to secure the entire country. So on this issue of saying that people have no right to secure their lives and property, the legality, leave it apart. That one will come later. And the issue of Amotekun has come to stay. And if you look at it, my friend is leading an organization, businessmen. What is their total number?
You're highly welcome.
The number of the members of his association. Vis-a-vis
Chinkan Watuku, may God bless you.
Who clamored for this and to whom their government has given this. So he cannot use the business of his own minute business people, business association. It's just an association.
Okay,
it's not a nation. We are talking of a nation.
Okay, the governor said that the Amotekun was set up to fight criminality and bandits primarily.
Yes.
Let me ask Mr. Hassan. So you are aware what the governor said, that Amotekun is to combat bandits and criminals.
This is Mr. Hassan Amadu, the National Secretary of Mieti Allah, and he was in Abuja while being interviewed, and he is speaking as a person of veto to decide. He's not the Nigerian president. He's just a secretary of a business organization, supposedly known as Mieti Allah. Now he is threatening that if the Yoruba supports Amotekun, that no Yoruba will be allowed to be the Nigerian president in 2023. The same 2023 being promised to the Igbo presidency. Now hear him.
Banditry and criminality should be fought decisively, but the point we are trying to make is that Nigerians should not be oblivious of the intention of the promoters of Amotekun. We have been following.
No, that's not the question, Mr. Hassan. Let's stick with the question. Mr. Hassan, let's stick with the question. Are your members, are you confirming, are you saying that the people who have been called cattle rustlers, who have been attacking people's farms, are you saying that some of them are your members?
No, our members are not cattle rustlers, they are not bandits, but our members carry out their economy in the rural areas of cattle herding. So our fears is that by the time you have this illegal ethnic militia, our people will be the target. That is our fear. And the opponents have not hidden their intention on that.
Okay, just a quick one now.
Look at some of the vocal proponents of Amotekun. Look at their hate speech.
Well, pardon me,
somebody like Femi Fani-Kayode.
Let me ask you this before we wind down on this.
And see what he's writing about the Fulani people.
Just a minute. You were quoted to have said that the Southwest should forget 2023 presidency if they don't scrap this. Did you actually say that? Are you trying to blackmail them or twist them not to allow this to be?
It's not a blackmail. Unfortunately, with very strong apology to my Southwest friends, despite the education of the Yoruba people, they still remain the most primitive in terms of political culture. They are not tolerant to opposition. And if you allow them to have
I'm afraid we have to have a civil conversation. So if you keep going that way, you know, you'll offend the sensibilities of a lot of people on that one. But you know,
Master Ezekiel Obijana, you are highly welcome. May God bless you.
how this is going on. What do you say to that?
Okay, you have been here for long ago.
Uh,
Anyway, you're highly welcome.
the house or property owner engages security guards to protect his property. It is only those who intend to come and violate his right to property, who intends to come and steal his property, that will be entertaining fear. I hope you get the point I'm making. So, all those who are afraid are those who see themselves as possible, maybe persons who may be prevented from carrying out their own negative activity. If Amotekun is allowed to stay, then I must say that there is no apology. Like I've said before, Amotekun is the voice of the people. We are not talking about politics here. We are not talking about anybody's economy. We are not talking about anybody's tribe. In fact, part of the aims of Amotekun is even to protect non-Yorubas against any harm. He says no harm. Once you are in the southwest, no harm shall befall you. Amotekun is to protect everybody. So, and I want my friend to go and really sit down and learn more. Now, it's learn to be very simple.
We have to end this at this point. Of course, we always have a duty to ensure that we allow civil conversation to go on. That's why we always have to ensure that we don't say things or words that will offend sensibilities of certain people. That's why we always invite all people to come and speak to us. So when they do go beyond that one, we have our duty to always do that. But gentlemen, Mr. Olashibojo, President, Center for the Rule of Law, and as well as Saleh Al-Hassan, National Secretary, BT Al-Katohori. Thank you both for coming on this morning.
So the video is over, and I think you pick from some point from there. And for me, apart from the threat given to the Yoruba lawyer by the Mieti Allah's National Secretary, Hassan Amadu, my own key point I pick from there is the Yoruba lawyer in this video was bold to declare that Amotekun has come to stay. And he's not talking about politics. He's not talking about people's economy. He is talking about people's protection of people's life and property in Yoruba land by Amotekun, and that Amotekun is the voice of the people. So letting him to know, and letting you and I to know, that setting up of indigenous security outfit has nothing to do with politics. This is the key, the key point I have discovered from his statement. Has nothing to do with politics, and it is not made to harm people but to protect people, including the indigenous and strangers in their land. This is exactly what the Igbo politicians should replicate, or even the Igbo politicians should take the lead of doing the same thing. And up till today, Amotekun has been established, and it is getting up to 1 year. It is getting up to 1 year when Amotekun has been established. Since ever then, the Igbo politicians, all the stakeholders of Igbo Presidency 2023 have not done anything to set up indigenous security outfits, not fraudulent one, real one. And even when IGBO try to establish anyone, there will be the people to sabotage it. There will be the people promoting the Fulani vigilante, which is a part of the Fulani terrorist organization. The worst thing that can happen to you as a Biafran is when you as a Biafran do not realize that strangers being your security in form of police, in form of army, in form of anybody who are not indigenous Biafrans. This is the worst thing that can happen to us as a people. Now look at this. This is just a lawyer, a Yoruba lawyer, not even a Yoruba governor, not even an ex-Yoruba president, a Yoruba lawyer taking it, saying it boldly how it's supposed to be. It has nothing to do with the politics. That he should not bring politics into it. Tell me which of the Igbo politicians can do this thing, except people like me, of which I am not paid to say it. I am just saying it here freely. Except people like we, the indigenous people of Biafra, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, except Radio Biafra, and except other genuine agitators. Just tell me which of the Igbo politicians can be as bold as this Yoruba lawyer to declare that, yes, we have established an indigenous security outfit, just one security outfit covering the whole Biafra. And it has nothing to do with any people's economic interest. It has to do with protection of the Biafra territory and of the lives of people inhabiting Biafra, both the indigenous and the strangers in Biafra land. It is the same 2023 presidency of which the Yorubas are being threatened that if they support Amotekun, that they should lose it. Why should that be a reason? Why should that be a reason? The same 2023 election is what the useless Igbo politicians are campaigning with, trying to buy off the mind of the gullible Igbos, of the gullible Biafrans, to keep on waiting stupidly, blindly, and foolishly until Fulani take us all over. This is what they are. These are the pranks, the scams of Igbo presidency people cannot easily realize. And that is the reason I am here. Those whose eyes are open will open their eyes. Then the last one, which is the 14th one, Ojus Okalo recent conversation with IBB, Ibrahim Badamos Babangida, over Nigeria 2023 presidential election. Ojus Okalo recently, 5 days ago, had a conversation with Ibrahim Badamos Babangida, ex-Nigerian military head of state, known as IBB. IBB, that is alphabetically initial name, IBB. Ibrahim Badamos Babangida. He conversed with Ojus Okalo, asking Ojus Okalo his take on the Igbo presidency saga and regard to Nigeria supposedly 2023 election. And Ojus Okalo replied him in a way. And from Ojus Okalo's reply, it is now confirmed that Igbo presidency 2023 does not actually exist. There is nothing like that. Nothing of such does exist. Igbo presidency 2023 does not exist anywhere, according to Ojus Okalo's reply when he was asked. Then I'm trying to play. I want us to listen. This is Mazinam Dekano's broadcast on 2nd September. 2nd September, today is 4th. Just day before yesterday, being Wednesday. I'll play it about 5 minutes.
They can't go free, I'm telling you the truth. They cannot. Now, let me now, I'm sorry that tonight's program is about the non-leadership we have where we come from, especially those who are among the Zoo. Victor Mays.
Mas Anthony Amadi, so you're highly welcome. May God bless you.
Or should I say campaigning? So was Ohaneze and a few other people is the turn of the Southeast and other rubbish. Allow Southeast to produce president for unity of Nigeria, according to Victor May and a few other people. Right? It's a petition from the East saying allow the East to produce the next president of the Zoo. Yes, listen very carefully, please. In the same vein, I want people to listen to what Okalo actually said on the same issue. They are two politicians from the same area, something that nobody can ever point to ever happened when in 1999 the Yoruba race was looking for the presidency. No dissenting voice. In fact, they went militant. Because of their militancy, presidency was given to them. I want you to listen. I want the whole world to listen to the level of idiotic leadership we have in the East. And the reason why Fulanis can come in, rape our mothers, kill our daughters, and nothing will happen. Why they will come and kill our children and nothing will happen. We want the world to understand that there is no leadership whatsoever in the East. That is why what is happening is happening. Because we cannot keep abandoning this issue. We can't. What rubbish is this? I want to prove to the world tonight. The same people saying, Victor may have said in Vanguard, we want it. Or everybody have been saying, oh, we want leadership. We want the president. I want you to hear what? My God in heaven, these people. They will say, let us unite. Let us come together as one. I want to let our people understand that you have no leadership. Political leadership in this. You have none. I want to play for all of you what Ojo Okalo said. He went to go and see his
What Ojo Okalo said, not what I said. Listen carefully.
Because there is no godfather in the East. You have to go to Mina, to Abdul Salami and to Babangida. And let us hear what he has to say. Listen.
Back in focus in 2023, which has been generating controversy as we look ahead to the upcoming elections in that year. Among those who assisted,
Where is it?
former governor of Abia State, Oji Kadu. According to Senator Kadu, the presidency is an open basket for anyone willing to contest. He was speaking in Mina.
It's
anybody who talks about Igbo presidency should be stoned. I'm telling you the truth. They are foolish. They have no brain. Our mission is freedom. Our destination is Biafra independence. We're not stopping. And there'll be no campaign. This presidential rubbish. It doesn't, it's like letting the genie out of the bag, as they say. It's like what has happened in Enugu is like is tantamount to somebody. How can I put it? I don't want to sound. It's a family radio station, so I won't about what I want to say. I won't say it, but I have no better way of putting it than the way I had wanted to put it. Because I won't say it. That the genie is out of the bag. It's no longer going back. What is happening in Enugu and will keep happening around every single Biafra, we will continue to Biafra comes. It will never ever stop.
So let me hold it here. I said I played 5 minutes, but because of some interested points the video content, I played it longer. I'm coming, just permit me for 1 minute more. Okay. Then if you want to read in detail what Ojo Zakaro has said, you Google the newspaper Premium Time. You Google the newspaper Premium Time. This is Ojo Zakaro. And you hear his statement over this issue. And this news is just published today, but he made the statement on 31st August 2020. So this is Ojo Zakaro and the news in Premium Times. So I will not be reading it in detail because we have gotten the major information from the video. So you heard it. Even among them, they are disorganized. The stakeholders, the Igbo politicians, the Igbo traditional rulers, the so-called Igbo wicked and foolish elders, all of the stakeholders in Igbo president, they are divided among themselves. They don't even have a collective agenda. They are only collective to distract the masses, projecting the ideology of Igbo presidency. But within them, they have their variant masters. They serve different masters among the caliphates. They serve their various different masters, and each of them with his ulterior motives and selfish interests. The Igbo presidency of issue is their general interest, their collective interest, to war against the masses. Then it is when the masses buy into the idea, their mind being programmed, then they drag the masses along to the polling unit while they have their various selfish interests, which are the real and the ulterior agendas behind the saga of Igbo presidency. So this is the issue of the whole matter. And lastly, okay, that is the last one, the 14th one, of which I have just explained. So we shouldn't be carried away. We should be focused. And it is time individually and collectively we begin to rationalize issue, being so discreet, and we stop absorbing all information given to us by anybody, and we should stop to completely trusting anybody, and we should stop to remove sentiment from within us. If it is myself, it is any of my relative campaigning for Igbo presidency, the person is part of your problem, because I cannot support any of my relatives to talk anything about Igbo presidency. I cannot support any man from my community. I cannot support any person from my town. This is the kind of sentiment tearing Biafra land apart, because this particular man or the political politician is from your community, is from the next person's community, then the people's community and his immediate relative will try to support the person, while the person will continue to devastate and destroy the present and future fate of the entire Biafrans. This is what we have been suffering all this while, and the program is over. So I don't know if anybody will have any contribution. He said, does anybody want to say anything? Any question? then it is time I will attend to any question. At least we have conversation between now and the next 30 minutes. Then like as usual, I will play a song for about 5 minutes until after that 5 minutes, if there is no indication for asking any question or bringing any contribution, then the program will come to an absolute conclusion. But if there is, while the song will be playing, within the 5, 7 or 9 minutes, the song will be playing. If there be any question, I will pause the song and attend to the question while we keep progressing. May God bless you. Master Jack, thanks. You're welcome. May God bless you. Okay. Yes, the song has ended and finally the program is over. Nobody has indicated, at least to say call me or bring me in, so meaning that nobody has any contribution or any question. I also thank you for being patient with me and for listening. Remain blessed until you hear from me once again, and very soon your humble servant evangelist Collins Inyima from Valencia City of Spain. Remain blessed, as I've said.